Alright, Saturday morning, heading out on a call. Going to, got some parts for some Anthony door, on this walk-in box. You know, part of the refrigeration trade is sometimes we got to take care of those glass doors and the hardware on them and the gaskets. And sometimes you don't work on those things for years. Sometimes you work on a ton of them, and it's weird, you know. Sometimes you get a bunch, sometimes you don't see them for a long time. So I went out and got some parts for it. Let's see if I can fix this thing, and we'll see if we can get it to work correctly. I'll show you. I got it hooked up with a bungee right now. So here's our door. Anthony door. Sometimes you can read them, sometimes you can't. And booby trap with the bungee. So we'll take the door off. What it is, there's this piece right here. There's your door closer, and there's a Torx rod that goes in the door. And what happens is they break. So this piece right here, this is the Torx rod. This is what it looks like. And this hexed piece right here, over the years, will break off inside the door closer right here. And this is the piece that goes on the bottom. So let me get the door off and I'll show you. So we want to get the door off. There's a bolt here on the door opener holder. We're going to take this bolt out. There's a clip here on the top piece that you push down. That'll slide out. And then we'll lift the bottom off. Bottom hinge. So we'll get into this here. And I'll just use a crescent wrench up there. Once you break it free, you can pretty much finger bang that thing right out of there. Now you get a screwdriver up here. And it's this top clip right there. You gotta push down. See, that'll push down. Pushes down right there, and that's how you're gonna get that out. Okay, and then there it is. I got the door off. There's what's left of the Torx rod. See, it's all broken off. And then you'll find the other piece will be jammed in there. So this is where it gets tricky. Let me show you this. So there's a slot in there for the screwdriver right there. And when you put these in, that's what depresses this to retain it on the bottom. So now we're gonna have to try and get this out without screwing it up. Let's see if we can get it out of there. So what you'll have to do is get your channel locks on there and kind of get it off, and that's what I did and got it out of there. And then we'll have to clean all this out right here. Get it all cleaned up to put the new one in. And then I'll get the rod out of there, I'll show you that. So I'll kind of do the same thing down here. I'll get the channel locks on there. See if I can break it loose. If it doesn't want to do that, I'll get a little screwdriver in there to separate it. So I got it. I put the screwdriver in there is what I did. Got the screwdriver in there and separated it, then it'll come out. And you can see where the bottom broke off. Let's get our new tube in there. Let me grab this guy. There's our new one with all the parts built into it still. Just gonna jam up in here. It's got the square head, that's all square. Let me get it in there. Okay, then the rod's in, it's all in there. Then the cam, the door closer, oh yeah, right here. So the door closer has that slot, and then this will spread out. Here, let me move it one time so it locks it in place. That's what it will look like when it's locked in. So we'll get it down there, we'll lock it in. So the little feet like that, it's in the unlocked position. They'll just match up right there. It'll fit in there. You get your screwdriver in the slot. You crank it down to where it locks. And then it's locked in there. And then these are your adjustments. Okay. So you just line that back up in there. This clip lines in and snaps in. That's pretty simple. Then you get your bolt for your door opener. We'll get that back up here. We'll get this guy back in. Then we can adjust the door closer. So let's get this back in there. Get it tightened up. Okay. All right. Now we'll get this guy adjusted. Okay, so here's our door. Pop it open and it's not closing. And it's either one way or the other with these. Can't remember. So you just turn it till you see the door. It'll catch and go. See it's closing now. And that's your adjustment. You don't need it to slam closed. We want it to close, but we don't want it to be like crazy and break that thing again. So now we get it open. She's back to closing. That one kind of bounced. I might have it too tight. That's your door opener up there, so it'll hold the door open when it clicks. And you can get it like that. And that's it for those. The Anthony doors, they break. They last a really long time, but that's normally what you'll have is it'll break off in the bottom here. So I just usually replace the torsion rod in this door closer part. And that's it for those. Okay, then the screw on this side here is for your door sag. You can make it go in or out right here. And you can adjust your door also going this way with these. We're not looking too bad right there. That looks pretty good. So that looks pretty good. So that's how we do these, the Anthony doors.